Hey guys, PepperAmmy here. This week we are making something that has been requested by a friend and a subscriber. That is, of course, a spicy chili beef. Now, as always, there will be a full list of ingredients in the description below this video. Now, optionally, you can start by making a quick marinade for your beef by simply combining 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 1 to 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and a large pinch of sugar in a bowl, and then just give a good mix to combine. Now, before we start with the meat, we need to first prepare some nice aromatics for later on. You want to start by dicing a thumb-sized piece of ginger, 3 cloves of garlic, and of course some chili. Now, the heat of the peppers you use is completely up to you. And then if you want to, you can slice up some coriander stalks to give it a bit more of a herby taste, and then save the leaves for later for garnish. Now, for your beef, you want to use a fairly thin quick fry steak with as little fat as possible. Now, this is not for health reasons, trust me, this is not a healthy dish at all. But more because it's going to be a quick cook, so the fat will not have enough time to render down and become soft. Now, all you want to do with the steak is to cut it into strips. Now, if you wish, you can place this in the freezer to firm up the steaks a little bit to make it easier to cut. You just want to place it in there for around about 15 minutes, just until they are a bit more firm. And this will just help you with slicing. And then once you have sliced your beef into thin strips around about 3 or 4 millimeters, place into the marinade bowl and give a good mix by hand. Now, you want to make sure that all the strips are evenly and well coated, and let the meat sit in the marinade for 15 minutes. Now, while the meat is marinating, you can prepare your crispy coating. Now, all you will need for this is a few tablespoons of cornflour. You always want to use a bit more than you think you'll need to be on the safe side. Then simply just add in some salt, some black pepper, and additionally, for some extra flavoring, you can add in a teaspoon or 2 of Chinese 5 spice. And then give a good mix to disperse the flavoring through the cornflour. Now, once your beef has marinated, you have 2 paths you can walk here. You can shallow fry in a frying pan with a dash of oil, or you can take the scary, dangerous path and deep fry the beef. Now, I chose to go down the dangerous path. If you choose to join me down the dangerous path, you want to add around 200 ml of oil to a pan or wok. Bring up to a temperature where if you dip a wooden chopstick or cooking utensil into the oil, it starts to bubble around it. Or if you want to take the safer path, just add 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil to a frying pan and heat. Then crack an egg in with the beef and once again make sure it is fully coated. And then add the beef either a strip at a time to the cornflour mix or a handful at once. Now, if you are going to do this 1 strip at a time, you are going to end up with a much better coating. Whereas if you're going to do this a handful at a time, some of the beef may stick to each other, so you may get some bold spots on the beef where the mixture hasn't stuck to it. Now, if you are going to be deep frying, you may want to hide behind a wall or a riot shield of some sort, and then carefully lower the beef into the hot oil. Now, you want to do this a strip at a time, making sure not to move the beef if possible, or as little as possible. This will help you have a more crispy coating on the outside. Then simply cook this for 2 to 3 minutes and then remove from the oil and drain on a plate with some paper towels. Now, this is where the danger can pay off. You can go for round 2 of frying. This is going to give you an extra crispy coating, but once again, it's not going to add to the healthiness of this dish. If you do choose to double fry, you may want to change the oil, because when I did mine, a lot of the corn flour came off in the oil and I was kind of left with a thick slurry at the end of it. So I went in for some clean oil and then went to fry for another 2 to 3 minutes, just to give an extra crispy coating. And then simply remove the beef from the pan again, set on some paper towels on a plate, and let sit. Now if you are doing this in the frying pan, simply just add the beef to the frying pan, let fry, get a good brown colouring on all sides of the beef. Now for the sauce that's going to coat your crispy beef. Combine half a tablespoon of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of tomato ketchup, 3 tablespoons of sweet chili sauce, 6 tablespoons of vinegar. This doesn't have to be a fancy vinegar, this can just be a standard white vinegar, but I chose to use a mixture of rice vinegar and balsamic vinegar. And finally 4 tablespoons of honey, but you can also replace the honey with sugar if desired. Now to bring this whole dish together, heat a tablespoon of oil in a wok or a pan. Add in your ginger, garlic, chili and coriander stalks. Lower the temperature slightly and stir fry until fragrant. This should be around 30 to 45 seconds. And then pour over your sauce, bring to a boil. Now you can let the sauce cook down and thicken if you wish to. Add in 1 sliced red bell pepper and 2 to 4 spring onions and cook until softened slightly. And then add in your crispy meat, give a few tosses to get everything mixed together and coat the beef well. And then spoon into a bowl or a plate and serve with some freshly cooked egg noodles or white rice, and scatter your remaining coriander leaves over the top. And there you have it, a Fakeaway style crispy chili beef that you can cook up in 20 to 30 minutes with very little preparation. Now this is going to be great for movie night or a quick and easy dinner. That does it for this week's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, let me know down below with a like. If there is anything you want to see on this channel in the future, let me know in the comments below. You will end up with a video just like this. If you like what you see, maybe consider subscribing. If you have not done already, it helps me out a lot. And by subscribing, you get a free weekly cooking video for your efforts. Thanks for watching.